Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to look after your reborn's hair. Mow hair has a tendency to bunch and get frizzy over time, so if you don't look after it properly it can become very frizzy. I'm just going to show you a simple way how I style my reborn's hair, and by the end of the video you'll be able to make your reborn's hair look as good as new. Very simple. All you need is water and a small toothbrush, whether it be a child's toothbrush or an attachable head for the electric toothbrushes. It doesn't matter. That's all you need. That's in your reborn. So for today's video, Martha will be demonstrating. As you can see, she has some very messy hair at the minute. I haven't styled it in about 3 or 4 days. So it's become quite bunched and frizzy. Okay, so I have the back of Martha's head here. I just have her sitting upright so I have good access, make sure she's propped up. Now I'm going to pop a dribble bib on her just to catch any drips from the water. I just don't want them going on her outfit or on her cloth body, because water isn't good for either. So just pop that around there, just catches any drips. And I'm going to take my brush and just tap it on the side to take off the excess. And then I'm going to pop my thumb or my finger in the middle of her crown, swirl. I always start in the crown and just bring my brush around and follow the direction the hair has been rooted. Now the reason why I put my thumb and my finger there is to stop it from crossing over. If I was to just brush it, the hair would just pull over and you'd lose the swirl. So I just put my finger there just as security. I always start at the crown and work my way down, because if you start at the bottom and work your way up you'll just end up doing what you've already done again. And I just follow the direction that the hair is rooted. It's fairly easy to tell, you've just got to give it a little quick look, and you'll be able to see which way the hair lies. And you want to brush in that direction. Just fold this underneath so we can get to the base. Like so, nice and gentle, don't need to press too hard. Refilling your brush when you need, but make sure you don't have excess dripping off and all over the place. You want just enough to wet the hair. If your mohair is long, like with a toddler, then I suggest you use a knit comb of some sort with the really fine teeth, and very gently from top to bottom tease, from bottom to top even, so from the ends of the hair out inwards to the roots, very gently with each knot tease it out. Don't go yanking on it, because even if it's well sealed, it's still very easy to pull hair out. So you've just got to be extra gentle with it and just treat it with a bit of care. So as you can see, I'm just following the pattern of her hair and bringing it round. So you can see how much better it's looking already. Brushing out all the knots very gently. Okay, now I'm going to turn her head around a little bit so I can get to the next section. And lift it up and round, following the pattern of her hair. The thicker the hair, the more water you'll need. I go until I can see that all of the hair all the way the thicker hair, it doesn't quite reach all the way through. Tricky to get the thick part right. Just push it out to lay as anyone's hair would. Like so. Some people wash their reborn's hair. I don't. I do once when I finish rooting them before I send them off to their new home. I do give it a very light shampoo after I've sealed it and condition it with special mohair shampoo and conditioner. It just helps with the baby smell. Delicate bit over the top, but I wouldn't suggest washing their hair on a regular basis, and if you do wash their hair, do not ever submerge their head underwater, because even if it's rooted properly, like very well, with the very small needles, there are still holes in the vinyl, so it will it can seep through the holes and into the head and start dampen the materials inside, which will then end up growing mould. So just be very careful when you are doing such things, just very lightly dampen. Okay, so moving on to the top of her head now. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to move to this side of her head. Very gently move her head around like so. And bring this around over the top. Again, following the pattern of her hair. And styling it to your liking. You don't have to follow the pattern if you don't want to, but you definitely get a better result if the hair has been directionally rooted. The tops of the ears were always the most difficult for me. That will be okay. And now for the top of her head. You can see I've moved her head around and I've messed the back up again, so I'll have to go back and just redo that. Okay, so to the front of the head now. You can see where I haven't wet the hair and the difference there is. So I'm just very gently going to brush, and as I brush, I kind of let the brush comb it out. As you can see, it lifts through the hair and just combs any of the tangles out. If there are larger knots, then you will need to use a comb, especially for the longer hair, as I said earlier. But with Martha's hair, it's very short, baby fine, so there's not too much of a problem here. Down, like so. And she has a cow's leg, so it comes back up. So I bring it down over her forehead like so, and then I just push my brush backwards. How it's created a line. I'm not too keen on that, so I just kind of go, oh, I've got far too much in my brush there. Just take that off. And I just brush through like so. So there's not a big line where the mohair meets in different directions. We're just about there with Martha's hair. It's nicely nice and neat now. Just going to run a little bit more through the top here because I haven't quite gotten everything. Okay, so you can see her hair is very nicely dampened. I just gently turn her head. You can see how it has been dampened. Like so. Okay everyone, so I have left Martha's hair to air dry. I haven't used any kind of hair dryer or anything like that. I've just left it for half an hour, maybe slightly more because she does have thicker hair. And all I'm going to do now, you can leave it as it is, but I prefer to just brush it out after it's dry just to get a little bit of fluffiness into it. So again, I start from the crown. Oh, I'm just using my the same brush that I used earlier on, just I've dried it off so it's nice and dry. You can use you could have two of them, one for the dry bit, one for the wet bit, but I just dry mine off. And I'm just going to brush through all the way around in the same direction, obviously, and I'm just brushing it out, making it slightly more fluffy. I think it just adds to the realism. It's really up to you because it still looks slightly wet and I don't really like that. So I'm just brushing her hair through like so. Let's see if we can get the other side in as well. And the other side. Just a nice gentle brush. Don't need to do anything more than that, and it just fluffs it out a bit. Okay, so you can see Martha's hair now. It's all styled. Bring it in, you can see all of if I turn her head, you'll be able to see the back as well. So it's nice and styled. You can see the crown swirl. So that's how to take care of your Reborn's hair. Thank you very much for watching.